All right, y'all, we are live during this Bitcoin dump on this beautiful Thursday afternoon. Blessings to everybody in the name of Yeshua, Jesus the Messiah. I pray everybody watching and listening is blessed in many, many ways. We're going to be diving into this juicy price action, talking about what has happened, what is happening, and potentially by the end of the stream, I will sell my entire portfolio at the absolute low. So stay tuned and we will be live momentarily. All right, y'all. Well, we are live on this beautiful Thursday. Blessings to everybody. Hope everyone's doing well in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. Shout out to Dylan Waves in the chat. He says, yo, pump the likes. It might help Bitcoin. Shout out to Abdul Aziz, who's long from 22443. Shout out to Falcon. He says, good evening, team. Good evening. Wish me long, fam. Smash up the like button, guys. Let's see if we can get 1,000 likes. Now, here's the thing, guys. Shout out to Cozy Bay, by the way. Here's the thing. Man, Bitcoin, as you can see, has been getting a pretty significant move to the downside today. And we are coming up right now to a very, very key zone of support. A very, very key zone of support. The reason why this is so key is because if this level is lost, well, we will officially put in a lower low on the daily time frame, right? We can see that we've been in an uptrend since basically the end of November. We have our low, our high, our higher low, our higher high, our higher low, and our higher high. And unfortunately, and this is quite unfortunate, but if we actually zoom in here, we have officially put in a lower low. I wouldn't really consider this being a lower low yet, right? But look at this. I mean, let's remove the short position right here. We can see that we have indeed wicked down below this level ever so slightly, but indeed we can see that we have wicked below the level, meaning, yeah, it's official, guys. We have put in a lower low here. Now, there is the chance that we actually do get a bounce from this area. There's a chance that we do get a bounce from this zone, and the reason is because, well, we could get something called a chicken's drinking water, right? Chicken's drinking water. And basically what a chicken's drinking water is when we just come down for a liquidity grab. Now, you know, oftentimes when we get these liquidity grabs, it's a much deeper grab than what we got right here, right? This is a very shallow grab. It could still be a grab. Like, we've seen stuff like this happen a lot, especially when the absolute low of Bitcoin. In fact, when we put in that 15,000, here, let's go to the daily time frame right now. When we put in the low, the 15,450 low, you can see that we also did get a chicken's drinking water, kind of where we just did a liquidity grab of the lows for a move to the upside. Back here, we also put in a very, very shallow CDW, and that just so happened to be the all-time low, right? That just so happened to be the all-time low for the, so far, for the Bitcoin bear market at around 15,450, right? So, what is going on right now? Well, there's a few different things that could happen, and in my opinion, I mean, if anybody took the long, I mean, that is a good trade to take, in my opinion, right? Because, hey, stop loss is very, very clear. Invalidation point, very, very clear, right? We dip down below the low, and so basically, when we see that we are reclaiming the level, it gives us a very obvious trade setup, right? Where we can just put the stop loss below that wick, right? We know if we come lower than here, then we have another something on our hands, right? There is always the potential that we do multiple liquidity grabs. We see that often where we get one little move to the upside, and then we get one big one, right? And then we do something like this. I would have to say, though, that if we take a look at the chart in general, let's just take a look at our actual chart right here, that, yeah, so we did get the CDW, and, you know, right now, if you were scalping this, for me, the first take profit would be just coming back up to these highs right here. That would be a first take profit, and then I would move the SL to the E, is what I would basically do, and then after that, then you could wait for some kind of a retest, right? That's what I always like to do when we get CDWs of sorts, wherever we top out at. Then you could say, okay, we've topped out, we're getting a retracement, let's say we do something like this, then you could look to get back into a trade around this kind of area right here. Now, when we do take a look at Market Cipher B, what can we see, right? What can we see on Market Cipher B? Well, if we go to the 1 hour time frame, we can see that we do have bullish divergences. However, money flow is getting lower over time, right? Money flow is absolutely getting lower over time, although we do have some bullish divergences forming. When we take a look at the 24-minute time frame, what do we see as well? Bullish divergences as we came to take the low. That is what we would want to see to get somewhat of a chicken's drinking water. We take a look at the 12-minute, what do we see? Bullish divergences. We have BitBoy butt cheeks. So here's my take right now of this low. My take of this low is that although I think we can get a bounce from here, now that we have put in a lower low, and because money flow is still looking so bearish, I'm actually expecting that the low is not in yet, guys. I'm expecting that the low is not yet in, right? Even if we get a significant bounce from here, I would be surprised if the low isn't yet. And one of the main reasons for that is because of the 4 hour, right? The 4 hour is not printing any kind of divergence, right? We were saying that, well, for a long time, we've been saying this is the make it or break it zone. Like, in my book, this is make it or break it. Meaning, like, if we come lower than this, we're officially changing market structure for the first time since the end of November on the daily time frame. And we wanted to see, as we came down to put in a higher low, we wanted to see the bullish divergences on Market Cipher B, right? We wanted to see that coveted uneven butt cheek pattern where we had the very juicy left cheek and the very skinny right cheek. But instead, what we had here was we had something called a butt cheek blowout. All right. Now, for some reason, and it's mostly Gen Z, I've noticed they to try and obtain the uneven butt cheek look, they go to extreme measures. A lot of them resort to cosmetic surgery. But some people trying to do it on the cheap, they actually end up using Fix-A-Flat to try and get the uneven butt cheek pattern. But that can actually lead to a butt cheek blowout, as can be detailed in this picture here. And you can see we actually do have the butt cheek blowout on the 4-hour time frame, where instead of printing what we thought was going to be, you know, a bullish butt cheek, it actually flopped to the downside, right? The Fix-A-Flat, it actually has the inverse effect as what most people would hope for. And that's exactly what's happened here, guys. So, although I'm not saying that we cannot get a bounce from this zone, because obviously there is liquidity that can be grabbed here, and we do have zones of support below us as well, right? We absolutely do have zones of support below as well. So an example of the supports below, if we, like right now, we're just looking at basically grabbing this liquidity for a quick move to the upside, but we do have this whole zone of consolidation as well over here, right? This whole zone of consolidation right here, where there is a lot of support as well, okay? But I would expect now, if we are going to get a bounce from a lower level, right, that I would then look to continue in this downtrend, right? This local downtrend right here, in my opinion, once we lose 21.4, which we kind of already are, is going to lead now to a more macro reversal, all right? Now, this is just my view. I could be wrong. And again, like, that's not going to stop me from taking longs. That's not going to stop me from trading sideways ranges, right? One thing we always need to remember is the asset's always going to be forming some kind of sideways range. Even in a downtrend, we are going to be forming somewhat of a sideways range always, right? And so we can be taking longs here. And what this means is, look, if I'm wrong about this being a macro downtrend, well, I'll have plenty of opportunities to get into longs, right, when we start forming these ranges. Just like, you know, if I was wrong about any other trade, right? Shout out to Tattoo Destroyer. Go back on Market Cipher B on the 3-day time frame and look at 22 October. Thank you so much for the super chat, by the way. All right, let's check it out. Go back on Market Cipher B on the 3-day time frame and look at the October 21st to 27th of December of 2021. Same thing playing out, a 50% drop. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that for certain. Yeah, I don't really have time to go back, but I believe that I believe you that a big drop could be in play here, right? A big drop could be in play. If we go to the daily time frame, let's just be aware of the levels that we have to the downside, right? We're not saying that 100% we're going to get there. All we're saying is right now, after taking the low, the probabilities are a little bit higher that we come down than that we make a new high right now. And so I would look at this and say, okay, we've been in a range since May. We could say since May, we've been in this sideways range right here. And boom, we're going to pull our volume. And we can even see the Fix-A-Flat kind of coming down here as well on the daily time frame, right? The Market Cipher B wave. So this gives us pretty clear levels to the downside, I would say. Right now, very important support, if we continue to the downside from here, very important support is going to be at around that $19,200 level. And the reason why is because we can just look at the chart. We don't even need any fancy tools like volume and fibs. But we could just see very clearly we have a golden pocket and we have a high volume node, the highest volume node that we've traded in the past year. All right, so this is no joke. This is a very high volume node. This was the bottom of the range from June all the way until the end of October. And now it's also the Fibonacci golden pocket. This is going to be a very, very key zone of support along the way down. And the way volume theory works, guys, is basically when we come up to the value area high, right? This is one of the reasons why we gave the short in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, right? We understood that we were coming to the top of a macro range, right? We've got the macro range. We knew that we could do just a liquidity grab of the highs and get that CDW. We knew we were coming up to the golden pocket. We knew if we broke out, it was going to be very bullish. But we also understood that Market Cipher B was printing the dreaded upside down Sam Bankman-Fried bearish man boot pattern where the money flow and the momentum and the red pepperonis were getting lower as the price was getting higher. We saw this clearly. And so that is why we took the short, understanding that it could be a big drop, right? So that's why we're still, I am still holding the short trade from that level here. Let's go to the daily time frame. I'm still holding the short, and I plan to still hold it, right? And I was hoping I could compound it. I actually will be looking to compound this short trade along the way down if we do get a retracement from this zone. All right, but that's why we were looking for the trade from that area, because we understood the context was we were coming up to key resistance, right? We were coming up to key resistance. Well, now we've come up to the key resistance, and the way the volume theory works is once we come up to the value area high, if we get a rejection, well, it's more probable than not that we make our way back down to the high volume node first, which is around 19.2, and if we lose that, then it's more probable than not we make our way back down to the low of the range, which is going to be around 17.4, 17.5. And if you guys remember, these levels are so nice because 17.5K was extremely important resistance down here. In fact, when we took the long in the Casper Crew VIP Discord from 16.3K, my target was 17.4K. That was my main target for that trade. I ended up holding it much longer, obviously. But these, what used to be very clear, what used to be very, very clear resistance is now going to be very, very clear support along the way down, right? It's now going to be very clear support along the way down. Now, here's the thing. If we lose this level, this volume area low, then I think we're probably going to come back to test the lows. And as people were saying already in the chat, this is not necessarily the most bearish thing in the world as far as the macro cycle goes, because as far as I'm concerned, this is absolutely normal for us to come to resistance with bearish divergences and get somewhat of a pullback, right? There's nothing out of the ordinary about this at all. It shouldn't scare us, especially if we're here in the long term for Bitcoin, because it's just support and resistance, right? That's literally what it is. And so for me, and now that we're taking this low, I would expect a bit more downside here. And, you know, these are going to be the areas now that we're going to be looking for bullish divergences on market Cipher B, right? So we've got the bearish divergences on the daily time frame, and that clearly has led to a bit of a move to the downside here. And so now what we want to do is basically we're going to kind of watch and wait and see what happens here. If we come down to this first zone of support and we see a very, very deep momentum wave, like super deep on the daily down here, that could actually be very bullish, because the reality is, unless we're going to lose like this low right here or this low right here, as long as we are trading at that 19.2 zone, this could still be a very bullish kind of thing where we have a continuation pattern, a hidden bullish divergence. And the way that we validate a hidden bullish divergence is by going down to the lower term time frames, right? A hidden bullish divergence is when the price is making a higher low in an uptrend, because the thing is, we could still say, although on the daily time frame we've officially switched into bearish market structure and we could expect a pullback, we could still say on something like the weekly time frame, right? We could say on the weekly time frame we are still technically in what I would consider to be bullish market structure, where we have our first low, our first high, and then we'd be looking to make our first higher low here. Because if we do take a look at the, whoops, what am I doing? If we do take a look at the weekly market Cipher B, that money flow is still getting higher, the momentum is still getting higher. We could do something like this, right, where we come down and print a trigger wave right here, giving us that very nice shape on the weekly time frame, right? So if that's going to be happening, then when we come down to these areas, right, like on the daily time frame, and we're seeing a very deep momentum wave confirming some kind of a nice green dot down here, let's say a nice bottom, well then on the lower term time frames we would want to see the bullish divergences to confirm that. Shout out to Crypto Lifer in the chat, man. God bless you, bro. Everyone go check out Crypto Lifer. He was just live a second ago. Go check out Crypto Lifer, guys. Go subscribe to his channel. A great guy, great TA. There's no other channel that does as many different assets as he does, and he does in-depth TA on a whole bunch of assets. He has a really good group as well. Give him those trade setups, give him those calls. Make sure to check him out, right? So if we come down to this zone, we want to see the hidden bullish on the daily, and then we want to see the 4-hour time frame giving us regular bullish divergences, where we see you know, we're clearly printing multiple bottoms on Market Cipher, and the money flow is starting to get a move to the upside and stuff like that, right? That's what we want to see as we get the move down. So I want to zoom in on a lower chart here to kind of see what's happening. So right now, we have in fact gotten our initial bottom, and we are coming back down to retest the Fibonacci Golden Pocket 786 zone right here. So if we are going to get a bounce up, if this in fact is a real chickens drink water, this is the area right here where we need to be looking for a potential retest. So let's check out the order flow right now and see what's happening. So 1 minute Market Cipher B, money flow getting a little bit higher. Let's check out our 6 minute here. 6 minute doesn't look so great. Let's see what's happening on the order flow chart. We're going to go over to coinalyze.net here. And what do we want to see? We would want to see like shorts opening up here, getting absorbed. We want to see shorts opening up, getting absorbed right here. Do we see that? No, not really. We don't really see that here. Doesn't mean we can't get a bounce from this zone, but we don't really see that here. Let's check out exo charts. I'm going to go ahead and put on the trend reversal chart so we can really see what's happening here. So it looks like, you know, man, honestly, it doesn't look too great here, to be honest with you. It looks like we have some absorption of longs coming in right here. There are some shorts that are opening up as we come down to retest this golden pocket area. So we would want to see a lot of shorts opening up down here, getting trapped in this area, and then we could potentially get a little bounce from this this golden pocket 786 zone right here. So this is going to be the key zone. Something else to keep in mind, guys, is a basically coming down a little bit lower to like really do a big flush, whole bunch of liquidations, and then get another move to the upside. So this is definitely a zone that we would want to be aware of right now, in my opinion. It's definitely a zone we would want to be aware of. Go down to the 1 minute, and let's kind of watch and see what is happening here. Looks like we might be able to get a bounce from this area, but for like a good confirmation bounce, we would want to see absorption coming in here. That's what we would want to see. We actually haven't touched into that 618 yet, guys. We're coming close to it. Let's see as we tap into it. Oh, wait a second. I actually pulled this thing wrong here. Pulled this thing wrong. Okay, so this gives us a little bit more space to basically look for this zone where if the bottom is in, this is going to be the zone where we are going to get some kind of a bounce from. We would want to see a whole bunch of shorts opening up and getting absorbed. And also, you know, we can see a nice kind of little curvature here on Market Cipher B. So perhaps there could be a bounce coming in here. Let's go back to coinalyze.net. Now, the way we're going to use this, guys, is coinalyze.net. What this allows us to do, and this is a free tool, but it basically allows us to see what is happening live on the chart, right? So what we do, and I'm going to post a video about this later tonight, but what we do is when we get a significant bottom and we think it might be a real bottom, which this may be, a legit chickens drink water, maybe, we want to mark out that area between the golden pocket and the 786 Fibonacci. And then we want to be watching what's happening down here, right? We want to see is open interest increasing, and then we want to see are more shorts than longs opening, right? So if we do something like this, where this CVD line comes lower than we were, actually we just need to come lower than we were right here, right? That's all we need to do. As we dip down into this box, that could actually be a pretty nice confirmation of a bounce that we could get, right? We'll kind of have to wait and see. So we'll mark out a white line right here. This white line. This is a blue line, actually. So look at this. We came down to the 618, and immediately we get a bounce. And the reason we immediately get a bounce from the 618 is because people are looking at this level. People are aware of this level. Traders are aware of this level. And so people have limit orders here. People are buying here just because it is the 618. And people are saying, look, if this is a real bottom, then this is the place where I need to get in, right? And so if you're trading this way, the plan that you can make, you know, and I'm going to upload a video about this tonight, about this exact thing that I'm talking about, because this is a great way to take scalp trades where we put in a bottom, and then you look at this zone. The whole idea for entering a trade from here is this. The hypothesis is that we have put in a bottom right down here, right? This is the hypothesis. We put in a bottom here, and then we're saying, okay, we put in a real bottom, and I'm looking to long a retest, right? I'm looking to a long retest. If my idea is right, that means I can set up my trade so that this is my entry here, okay? My stop loss only has to be 0.28%. If this really is a bottom, that's a really good risk to reward ratio. Even if we just come back to the high of this local range, that's still more than 1-to-1. But most likely we could say, look, if this is a real bottom, we're probably going to come back up at least to the support resistance flip that we have right around here, around the previous day low, right? That's giving us a nice 2-to-1 risk reward trade right there. But what I like to do is I like to actually, if we get a bounce like this, I like to actually put my stop loss not below the actual low. I like to put it below the 786. And the reason why is because if my hypothesis that we're getting a retest off the golden pocket 786 zone, if that's my hypothesis, that means if we lose the 786, my idea is probably wrong, and I probably need to get out of the trade, right? So this is how we want to like approach the market, especially if we're getting like a dump like this. You know, there are certain areas that we can obviously look for trades. Like, we knew that this was a level, right? This has been marked out for a long time. And, you know, so now we would be looking for a retest here. So this morning, actually, in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, there were a few levels that we were looking at actually to take trades from. And the first level was this green box right up here where we literally rejected perfectly. So we gave the setup this morning in the Casper Crew to scalp that exact level. Let's take a look. Yeah, right here. Gave the setup this morning because, look, it was just such a nice zone. We had a key support resistance flip up here. We had some single prints. And look at our target. We wanted our target to be 21,371. We wanted to short 21,798. And our target was 21,371. All right. This is technical analysis. People say TA doesn't work, okay? People say TA doesn't work. Well, look at this. We come up, we reject from 21,827. Okay, so we're $20 too high, right? But look at where we come down to. We literally hit our exact target, almost to the exact dollar. So shout out to everybody who took that scalp trade in the Casper Crew as well. And of course, in the Casper Crew, we also did give the setup to take the long from this area. I mean, that's no surprise. And if anybody did take the long from this low, well, it could have been a profitable trade, even as just a scalp. But personally, I would assume that we could come up much higher from here if we are going to get some kind of a reaction from this zone. So there's a few different things we could be looking at right now. I'm still very interested in this potential zone here for a potential long trade, right? I am. Man, shout out to everybody in the chat right now. You guys are amazing, and God bless you all, and thank you so much for being here. Let's come back and just kind of watch this play out, guys. Make sure to like the stream. Make sure to like the stream. Make sure to subscribe. We are bringing the juiciest Bitcoin updates here on YouTube. Walking through this price action. All right, now let's see what's happening on coinanalyze.net. Okay, now we are definitely not seeing what we want to see. We're actually seeing the opposite of what we would have wanted to see here. We're actually seeing longs opening up as the price is getting lower, right? We're seeing longs opening up as the price is getting lower, which is not what we would want to see, to be honest with you. That is not a secure confirmation. Doesn't mean we can't get a bounce because, again, bearish divergences at support don't necessarily play out, right? People longing at support doesn't necessarily mean we're going to dump, right? We would want to see this happening at resistance to take a short trade. At the very least, if this is happening at support, we could say I might not want to take a long trade here, but it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to take a short trade. And that's just my own perspective on it, right? Because I've lost a lot more shorting support and longing resistance than I have longing support and shorting resistance, right? But we do have to be aware of what's currently developing here on the chart. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. You guys are amazing. God bless you all. Shout out to Spaceman. Shout out to Crypto Crank. Shout out to Techo CC. Imagine if the markets start to wake up to what's really going on. Well, that'd be crazy. Shout out to Aaron G. Shooting for sub 20K, looking for longs down there. Yeah, That honestly is the place I am also kind of looking, right? That's also the place I'm kind of looking. The reason why is because we do have some nice levels down there, and 20,000 is a psychological level. And if we start to lose 20K, people are going to start to freak out, right? So we've got $20,000 right here. And if we start to lose 20K, people are going to start to really freak out. And the reason why is because everybody knows that this is the next major zone of support. And so once we lose this, people are going to be like, uh-oh, it's going to be a very smooth move down. And I agree. If we lose 20K, it could be a very smooth move down for certain, like without a shadow of a doubt. But, right? Here's the thing. When people start to get very bearish, and 20K, we know, I mean, that's such a psychological level. It was the previous bull market all-time high. And then, you know, when we look at how 20K was respected, like throughout this entire range right here, it was roughly support, consolidation, resistance, support. 20K, very key level. And so I would imagine that we could trap a lot of FOMO shorters down below $20,000, and then we could trap them down here, and then get a big short squeeze back up. And the short squeeze wouldn't even necessarily mean that we'd come to a new high. Shout out to Gaina Razvan. Shout out for Bogdan, WTF, and Maximilian. Let's go. Shout out for Bogdav and Maximilian. And I'm sorry if I'm... Here, let me see if I can pronounce this right. Shout out to Bogdan, WTF, and Maximilian. Yeah, so that could actually be really nice. Let's say we get some kind of crazy move down. Everybody's expecting lower here, right? And then we hit into... There are some secret levels right here. We hit into some secret levels, and then boom, that's where we get our retracement. And then we could look to do something like this. That would actually be a pretty beautiful thing, actually, if that happened, because this is obviously super speculative, guys, but, I mean, look at this, right? We've got the golden pocket lining up perfectly with this beautiful support resistance flip going all the way back, literally, to May, right? Remember this key level? I don't know if you guys remember this key level, but it was very key. 22,552, right? 22,552. It was so dang key. I remember shorting that level to the dang dollar right here back in July. I remember where I was. I was actually my mother-in-law's in-ground swimming pool at the time, swimming with the kids, and my wife was upset with me because I was trading in the pool on my phone. And anyway, none of my family problems here, but I remember taking this short. It was so epic because we had that order block for May, and then again on September 13th, I'll never forget this day either because my son was getting surgery that day, and man, we came up to that level again and got the drop. And so look at this, right? It's a beautiful support resistance flip. We could come down, bounce from just under 20K, and then come back up and get a lower high right here. And then we could come down and hit some of these lower levels. And then we could bottom out. And this gives us another chance to buy on spot, accumulate on spot, and all that kind of stuff on spot. All about spot. You know, it really hits the spot. You know what really hits the spot? Really hits the spot. Yeah, so this is speculative stuff, but this is the kind of stuff we have to do. We have to do this because if we don't do this, you know, we're never going to be prepared. Some people, they come to these markets, they want to know what's going to happen. But the truth is we can't know what's going to happen. And even if we did know, so what? What if I told you Bitcoin's going down, right? That doesn't even give you a trade entry. What if I'm right? What if I'm right? Bitcoin goes down, right? And we end up down here, right? Well, what if along the way we do something like this? You know? And so what? So if I say we're going down, you short right here, then you get liquidated. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't even give us a trade entry. Just to know that the price is going to go down. It can work if we're spot accumulating and selling, or if we're like really like super low leverage swing trading, but we're not swing trading, we're degen leverage trading, right? So that doesn't even give us an entry. I know some of us are actually are spot trading, and that's great. That's great. But you know, making plans for various scenarios, that's how we're actually going to catch these moves, right? That's how we're going to catch these moves. So, shout out to everybody in chat here. Okay, people think I look like I'm 35. Do I look 35? How old do I look let me know, guys. Okay, so Tyler Simpson says, what hits the spot is watching the right chart. Are we watching the wrong chart here? Okay. What do I think will happen tomorrow when Silvergate releases the Bitcoin? I have no idea. Shout out to the abominable bread man Spaghetti Rigetti. The Lifer family loves Casper. Shout out to Surface 9, who says don't spam the chat. Yeah, seriously, guys, don't spam the chat. 20K is a CME gap also. Yeah, just under 20K, we do have a CME gap as well. Shout out to Star Lover. Shout out to Crypto Ric Flair. He says, you smooches need to stop being desperate. I please, Jay please. He says, just please, just stay in the charts, fools. I don't know who that's addressed to. Maybe me, maybe someone else. I don't know. Maybe I'm one of the smooches. Maybe I'm a desperate smooch. I don't know. Okay. Looks like we're going to 20.5K right now. Yeah, I mean, we very well may go down to 20.5K, right? But here's the thing, guys, and let's get back to our chart here. As we were saying, this is a place where we potentially may get a bounce, and if we do, if we are going to bounce, if this was actually a CDW, the bounce is coming from here. So right now, if we lose this box, if we lose this green box, then we're looking for a new low, in my opinion. If we lose this box right here, we're looking for a new low. If we hold this box right here, then I would say we could squeeze up a little bit right now if we hold the box. We came down into our box, multiple drives of divergence, money flow getting higher. I do think there's a chance we get a slight move up from here. We have grabbed the liquidity from the February low just by a smidgen, right? Just by a smidgemeister. So let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. And again, shout out to everybody who took that short this morning. This one was juicy. I mean, it's not every day that you give a setup and it's literally to the exact dollar the take profit and everything, guys. And again, if anybody did take the long as well from 21,371, then shout out to you as well, because that trade is currently in profit, right? You could technically right now close that trade in a profit, right? So, by the way, if you want to join the Casper crew, where every single day we give the setups, the scalp trades, the swing trades, the levels, you can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. Also, for 0% limit fees on ByBit, y'all, check out the link. It's actually a really good deal, especially if you're degen scalping like us, because those fees can eat into your profits. Those fees can definitely eat into your profits, right? Also, if you deposit $100, you get 1 month free of the Crypto Fusion Trading Bot, which is our tool that we use over here. It basically trades for you. There's a learning curve to it, but you set it up to, basically, you can set it up to trade the way I trade, where, like, if I say I'm looking to take a short here, only if certain confirmations are there on the chart, the bot will actually take that trade for you, only if certain confirmations are there. You can use it with any indicator. And it has a whole bunch of, like, the community has developed so many different custom types of confirmations that you can use and different strategies you can use. There's a community there as well. It's really nice. So check that out if you are interested. Only if you're interested, right? It's free for a month if you deposit $100 on ByBit. So it's a good tool. All right. So we have a question in the chat here. Thoughts on? Shout out, by the way, for the super chat. Thoughts on the 4-hour CVD, says Petre. Yeah. Where should you close your long from 21,380? I mean, I would definitely have already locked in a profit for certain. Like TP1 stop loss to entry. Make sure to like the video, by the way, guys. We got about 1,300 people in here, only about 300 likes. That means most people have not liked the stream. If you get any value from this, make sure to hit the like button. Yeah, let's check out 4-hour CVD right now and see what we think about this 4-hour CVD as we are continuing to print bearish divergences here locally. 4-hour CVD. Let's check it out. It is bullish, right? We've seen bullish CVD here. Let's refresh this. Let's refresh this chart. We have literally seen bullish CVD since November, since the November low. We have seen bullish CVD. you know, since the November low. Up here was the only time we didn't see bullish CVD. But yeah, this high we saw bullish CVD. And we saw it pretty much this whole way. The majority of trades opening up from this up top here have been, uh-oh. Whoa. Yo, Papa Casper, man, we're live on YouTube right now. Yeah, we are. Guys, it's my dad. Say hi to everyone, man.
Hey everybody, how are you?
Do you have any financial advice? Didn't you get wrecked listening to somebody lately? What happened?
I got reckless, and that moon guy, man, liquidated me.
The moon liquidated you?
Yes, that moon guy, you know, Carl from the moon.
And you had to sell your teeth to buy your Bitcoin back, right?
Right, I lost.
You lost your teeth. That is so sad, man. Maybe can you show everyone what happened? That is so sad. Wow. That's crazy. Do you have any other financial advice for the fine ladies and gentlemen?
Just listen to my son. He knows what he's doing.
Well, thanks, Papa Casper, man. I'm going to have to invite you out to the homestead someday.
We could go look at the chickens together, you know?
We could do what?
Look at the chickens together.
We could look at the chickens. Yeah, you're right. Wow, that'd be great. That would be great. Talk about the Bitcoin. Yep. All right, talk to you later, Pops. I love you, man. Love you too, Pops. Take care. Bye. Well, there you have it, folks. I guess my Papa Casper got a little wrecked there. Had to sell his teeth. What was we talking about? All right, the majority of the trades opening up here have been short, right? I'll tell you, I don't like the fact that we're losing the trend line here. And this could very well just be leading CVD, right? It could be leading CVD. It's very hard to use CVD on higher term time frames to give you a trade entry, right? We want to be looking for it within the local ranges. You know, because the truth is, unless we take out this low, the CVD is still technically bullish, right? So how does this doesn't really give me an entry. Doesn't necessarily give me an entry. And right now, if we're going to be losing this low right here, that locally, to me, is officially confirmed leading CVD. The fact that we've taken out the local low, that to me now is confirmed leading CVD. Right? So it doesn't give me much of an entry, but what it does tell me is that, yeah, there's a lot of short liquidity that can be snagged here, right? There's a lot of short liquidity that can be snagged. So shout out to everybody who's liked the stream. Shout out to everybody who has not liked the stream. Yeah, shout out to Papa Casper, man. What a cool guy. And let's see who we got in the chat here. We should take a look at the ES, and we should take a look at some other charts here, guys. How do we get Six Juanita to go on a date with us? That's something I do have to ask Papa Casper. He does have a way with the ladies. You know, he does have a way with the ladies. The market is dumping, says somebody. Yeah, market's dumping. All right, let's take a look at some other assets here. Let's take a look at the good old S&P, right? Let's take a look at it. Good old SPX. Yeah, so, you know, as we all are aware, many of us are aware, the dollar and the Bitcoin and the S&P and the Bitcoin are kind of out of sync with each other, right? They're kind of out of sync with each other. And here's what I mean by that. You know, when Bitcoin was pumping, the S&P 500 was in this downtrend here, right? Tuesday, February 3rd, S&P entered into a downtrend, right? But Tuesday, February 3rd, Bitcoin ended up getting a, you know, here we go. Tuesday, February 3rd right here. Bitcoin put in another higher high, right? Bitcoin put in another higher high, and the S&P 500 just continued on its downtrend. So that's very interesting to take note of. So here we are right now in the local range, and this is very key. Let me kind of clean this up for us because I have a lot of stuff on the chart that needs to be cleaned. The levels have been respected very, very nicely here. We're going to remove all these local fibs, all these local ranges. Okay, so check this out, guys. Check this out, right? S&P 500. Shout out to Space Lord Mother Effer. He's donating for Papa Casper's teeth. Yo, you know what's so funny about my dad? My dad's a very successful businessman, all right? He's a very successful businessman, and he's a very generous man. He's a very generous man. He's a very generous man, and he's a successful businessman. He's kind of he's done well for himself. Let's put it that way, right? So he loves to give money to homeless people. That's what one of the things he really likes to do, right? So the other day he was, I forget where he was, but he tried to help somebody out, and the person looked at him and said, "Man, you need that more than me. You better keep it, because my dad goes around like a total bum. No teeth, old sweatpants with holes, hoodie with holes, stains all over, and like that's just how he rolls, man. It's funny. It's so funny. I like it though. I like my dad's style." So we came up S&P 500, rejected from the golden pocket, right? And we came down and found support perfectly also on the golden pocket. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, and then we kind of formed this diamond reversal pattern right here. And then we came back up toward the value area high of the range. Let's check it out here. Yeah, didn't quite hit it, but now we're back down to the point of control, and we are back down to that Fibonacci golden pocket level. So what we really need to be watching here, number one, is to potentially hold support, right? We could hold this support on the S&P, and I do have to say S&P locally, it looks like we could get a move to the upside, but the key support we have to the downside is going to be this right here, right? We've got the value area low of the range, confluence with the 786. So if we put in another low, we need to be watching that 39.50 level to potentially hold some support. So if we see the ES get a quick move down like this, we could also be looking for Bitcoin if it's coming down to one of its key zones of support. And like I said, I have a feeling that the low is not necessarily in just yet here. Let's check out what we've got going on as we struggle to put in this little bearish looking up channel. We are consistently printing some bearish CVD here as well. So let's see if we don't just take out the lows altogether here. Let's go over to XO. Wow, look at this. I mean, even so locally, we got longs opening up. People are longing this like crazy. And price, this whole entire time, people are longing. Lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. That's not the most bullish thing in the world, guys. That is not the most bullish thing in the world right now. That is definitely not the most bullish thing in the world. We should also take a look at the dollar, guys, because the dollar is... Jason Casper sucks. Are you shadow banned? Nah, man, you're still here, man, Jason Casper. But we're not allowed to say penis on the live stream, so you better chill with that, bro. Better chill with the P word. What do I think about Bitcoin? I don't know. Like, you know, I've already kind of said what I think about it, right? I've already said what I think about it. I mean, I think we're coming lower. I think taking out this low is a bearish thing. I'm prepared to hold my short trade down below 15K, and I'm also looking for long trades at all the key zones of support along the way down to catch bounces and short rises right now. That's kind of my mentality right now. Let's check out the dollar, DXY. Okay, so the dollar is actually looking like we might get a move down from here. We've just put in a higher high with a pretty intense 4-hour bearish divergence, right? So if the dollar is going to get a little bit of a rejection from here, then yeah, I could see that Bitcoin could absolutely get a retrace, right? If the dollar is going to retrace from here, Bitcoin could retrace from here. If the ES is going to retrace or hold that support at the value area low of the range, Bitcoin could absolutely find a kind of a retrace from here. And the way I'm looking at Bitcoin right now is this, right? We understand that we've got this low, right? But we could just be building up some more liquidity here to just do some other kind of sweet lower like this. We could do something like this. Or we might just fall right through. And if we do, man, you know, this is the next major zone that we've got between 20.5 and like 21K. So, yeah, just I would say as we're taking longs in these areas, take profit early, stop loss to entry, TP early, stop loss to entry. And if you're in a short trade, I would say, you know, look to hold it with the expectation that it, you know, obviously after a TP1, stop loss to entry, I would say look to hold the shorts a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? Look to hold the shorts a little bit longer, man. But this is not an exciting time when Bitcoin's dumping. You know, it reminds me of the time me and my friend lost $10 million that one time. It was a sad time, actually. It was a sad time. Yeah, I'm going to leave you with this picture real quick, and then we'll get back to the Bitcoin chart. Okay, so we are getting a dump down. Let's take a look at what is happening now. Okay, so yeah, we've got some bearish CVD that has kind of started to play out here. I mean, local bearish CVD as well as more regional bearish CVD. Let's check out what is happening on the order book. We've got longs coming in here, guys. I mean, we've got open interest on the increase. We've got longs opening up, like, you know, 1.3 million, like 2 million longs, maybe like 2-3 million longs opening up here. Definitely not what we want to see at this area, right? We don't want to see bearish CVD forming here for a high probability bounce. Doesn't mean we can't get a bounce, but it's not what we want to see for a high probability bounce. And again, we understand that, at least in my opinion, losing this green box that I have on the chart right here at 21,398, if we lose this box, it means we're probably going to go back for the lows again. We're probably going to go back for those lows again. All right. So, yeah, I would say we'll probably go back for those lows, and let's kind of wait and see how this happens here. So, you know what's interesting, guys, is I do have a take profit on my short just below us at 21,284. So let's see if we can't hit that next TP on this short trade at 21,284. These are my take profit orders along the way down for the short. Right, so my next one is at 21,284 right here. So basically I'm looking to get a little bit deeper of a liquidity grab than what we got here. And then after that, I won't be taking profit until 18,400. I'm legit looking to hold this as a swing trade. And then after that, I'm not going to take profit until 15,550. And then by that time, I'm not even going to have the whole trade closed yet, right? I'm not even going to have the whole trade closed yet. I'll still just keep holding it because that's kind of what I do when I'm in a swing trade. I will hold that thing. And, you know, who knows? Who knows how low we may or may not come here. Okay, so we're getting another dump. We're getting another dump. We're back down at the 786. Let's check out what is happening here. This is very intense, guys. Make sure to like the stream. We've got about 1,500 people in here. Only about 500 likes. That means 2/3 of you have not liked. Make sure to like the stream, guys. If you get any value from it, make sure to like. So we've got this direction here, but we do have bearish CVD divergences forming. And right now, what we are getting another little move to the downside on a decrease of open interest. Pretty much longs are closing out here. Longs are closing out. That is what is happening here. It would be nice, you know, if we could get some kind of a sign of absorption here, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen, guys. It does not look like that is going to happen right now. So let's see. The next hope for this, in my opinion, is a move down below this low. All right, move down below the low. Let's see what can happen here. Let's see if we get that. Wow, that would be pretty intense. That would be pretty intense. All right, I want to go back to my regular chart here in case we do get a big drop. Oh my goodness! Wow. Yeah, we did get a bit of a drop here, huh? Now, this is interesting because locally now, let's see, actually, let's see what happened here. All right, so this is actually kind of interesting here, right? Because now we actually do have somewhat of a bullish CVD, and we do have somewhat of a another local bullish divergence right here, right? So this is interesting. This is actually very interesting, right? We've got something like this. And we've also got the, right now, if we take a look at Coinalyze, we can see that from this low that we put in right here, right, we've actually come and made a higher low. CVD has made a lower low. And let's check out what has happened. Do we have shorts? Yeah, we had a few million shorts actually short that low as well right there. We had a few million shorts actually short that low as well. So maybe we actually hold this for a little bit, guys. Maybe we actually hold this for a little bit. Maybe we don't take that low yet. Maybe we hold this for a little bit right now. Yeah, maybe we hold this for a little bit. Maybe we don't take that low just yet. Yeah, look at that. We did have quite a few shorts open up here. Did have quite a few shorts open up at that low, and that gave us lower CVD as the price made a higher low there. So yeah, perhaps we don't take that low just yet, right? Perhaps we don't take that low just yet. But whatever the case, it is interesting to see how even little moves in the market, you can understand why little moves happen, right? Why did that little move happen there? It's because we saw people short the low, and somebody was down there with a limit order. So let's actually pull another local fib here, just out of curiosity. I want to see something. All right, we're taking the low. All right, now that is actually like more of a CDW that we would want to see right there. Right, that's the kind of liquidity grab I would have wanted to see in the first place right there. Let's see what happened on this chart. It actually doesn't look so great because there's pretty much just shorts opening and longs closing. Shorts opening, longs closing, but nonetheless, if this is going to be a bounce from here, I mean, you know, the way I would approach the chart is we know where the invalidation of the idea is. So if this is a liquidity grab, we know if we come below this yellow line that it's a bad I mean, that our idea is wrong, right? That it's a liquidity grab. But in general, I would say, man, dancing on the line of divergences doesn't look too strong, to be honest with you guys. Doesn't look too strong, I'll be honest. Doesn't look too strong. But oh, wow. A lot of shorts opened up here. I mean, if we come above this area right here, I mean, those shorts will be a little bit trapped here. Shout out to Nike Boy Crypto. The stream is lagging. Is the stream lagging? Crap. That's not good. Is it bad? Hang on, let me check the quality of the stream here. It says excellent condition. Is anybody else experiencing lag? Okay, no lag, no lag, no lag, no lag. Awesome. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, so the liquidity grab idea becomes invalid here. And it's always a good idea, I would say, like when we are trading this kind of risky stuff, to don't be shy with the TPs, right? Definitely don't be shy with the TPs, I would say, because things are very bearish, and each one of these little bounces has been pretty short-lived, right? Each one of the bounces has been pretty short-lived. So what that means is, like, we could even look at this thing in and of itself as a little range. And yeah, we would probably, I mean, want a TP at the high volume node 618, and then TP2 would be at these highs right here. Do I wear the same beater every day? Pretty much every day. I mean, I have a few shirts that I recommend, right? I have a few shirts. Market Cipher shirts. I've also now got some Casper Crew shirts. All right, so Wendell says Bitcoin tapped the spider line, catching a falling knife. Am I Catholic? Nah, I'm not Catholic. Nothing against Catholics, though. Is the buoyant level valid? Yeah, of course the buoyant level is valid. Of course it is. All right, let's check out what has happened here. Wow, shorts are getting wrecked and longs are opening, guys. That's pretty much what's happening here. Shorts getting wrecked, longs opening. So pretty much everyone who shorted here is now out of their position, which means that there's no more shorts under the water. But this could initiate a bit more of a squeeze. You know, we did see some liquidations down here. When you see liquidations, that is an indication that we could get a move back to the upside there. And I would say, you know, it's probable that we come up to hit this 21,447 right now. I would say 21,447 is a probable place. right? We have come up back inside this local range. And so the next two targets would basically be 1 and 2. And if we actually do make a higher high here, if we do, then what we can do is then we can pull the fib. And then be looking for absorption down in this area, right? That's kind of what we would look for. Trade it back down from the value area high of the range to the value area low of the range. Confluence what at that point will be the golden pocket 786. And then look to do something like that, right? This is the pattern that we would want to see for a nice bottom to be formed, right? A nice bottom is formed when we put in a low and then we put in a lower low. And from that lower low, we make a high higher than the previous high. And then once we get that, right, we put in our higher high, then we can officially then look to along a higher low, right? That's kind of how we do it. So there's the potential for a few different scalp trades that can be taken in a situation like this. All right, let's see what is happening here. Well, we have a lot of longs opening up right now, guys. Like a lot of them. And unless we take out this high here, we could print another bearish divergence, but as of right now, we are not printing one. Let's pull our fib locally also. Ooh, we have some shorts opening up now. We have some shorts opening up. Oh, wow. I didn't realize this, guys. I didn't realize this. Okay, we have some interesting levels beneath. We have some interesting levels beneath as well. We do have a 786 fib literally just below us as well. What else do we got? Well, we didn't even hit that POC. We did not even hit that POC, which is not the best. Not the best. Shout out to Doge Digger who just shorted. That's definitely not, I don't think that's the best idea in the world, honestly. But it could work out good for you, right? It could work out good for you, but I'm definitely not, wouldn't be interested in short here. But he did it so that we can pump, so his sacrifice is for us all here. His sacrifice is for us all. So below we also do have a 786, which I feel probably could be scalped. And what else do we have? I know we have some other stuff here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We have some other things here as well. All right. All right, so we just hit literally to the dang dollar. Wow, that is crazy. We just hit this this box right here, which is a level that Boyan gave in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. Wow, Boyan, man, that was legit. Look at this. Look at this. Boyan gave this level. That is crazy, man. That is absolutely crazy. Look at this. This is why you got to join the Casper Crew VIP Discord. He gave this level, I think, 2 days ago. I don't even know what it is, but look at that. Look at that. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. All right, let's see what happened on that drop, right? What happened as we came right into the Boyan level. A massive decrease of open interest right there. A whole bunch of trades got stopped out, totally wrecked and liquidated there. And we do have a few more shorts shorting this area as well, which is very interesting. We have more shorts shorting this zone. Wow. Look at this drop. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, wow. Wow, we are just this is just insane. Okay, we're going all the way down to Dump City now. This is oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, Bitcoin is straight Dump City right now. Okay, so this is absolutely insane. I did just hit a TP on my short. We are going straight to Dump City right now. All right, so this officially, in my opinion, is a lower low right now. This is definitely a lower low on the chart, right? There's no doubt about that right now. This is definitely a lower low on the chart. Man, this is insane, guys. This is insane right now. This is absolutely insane. Okay, so Bitcoin is in free fall mode. And we are getting a significant move to the downside right now. And, you know, right now we are kind of finding somewhat of a local support at a 21.1 naked weekly point of control. Man, this is a wild dump going on right now, guys. And, sheesh. That is officially now a lower low. So I would say that the 21.4 level is lost, and now I would be in short the rise mode right now. I would be in short the rise mode. Man, this is crazy. This is absolutely insane. This is absolutely insane, guys. It's not, we're dumping even more right now. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, so we have come down toward another zone of support, guys. You know, I'm not really trying to enter into a long at all right now. I'm just kind of sitting on my hands, guys, and kind of waiting for this to play out here. And once we form some kind of range, we can form some kind of range. Let's see if we keep dumping. Man, this is absolutely crazy. So I would say that obviously we're coming to our next zone of support. Let's see if we find any kind of support right here. This is our next zone. If we lose that, then I would be looking down to around this area right here. Around 19.6, 19.5. This is absolutely insane right now, guys. This is absolutely insane. This is free fall dump mode. So wherever we do start to range now, you know, that's where we could start to look for another potential trade. But man, this is absolutely crazy. 21K. We do have some levels to be aware of, right? Let's just take a look at our chart here. The 1 hour looks pretty dang bearish. I'm going to erase... I know that you guys can't see my chart right now. I'm going to bring it up in a second here. All right. Man, this is a crazy dump today, guys. Man, it's not every day that we get a dump like this, huh? Okay, so we do have some levels on the chart. Let's kind of see what price does, but things are looking pretty dang... shout out to Ellie Zhao, who says, thanks to your teachings, I've been hitting green the last 5 days. That's legit. I'm really honored to hear that you found the content helpful. Make sure to like the stream. Okay, so these are some levels of support that we have along the way down. Make sure to like the stream, by the way. Look, I said no short. I said I would never short a low, right? That's just me. I don't short support, right? It works sometimes. Like this is one of the times it works, but in general, I don't short support. I short resistance, right? So this, in my opinion, the short trades. Well, actually, also this is also a short trade from this morning. We also did give a short trade from this morning in the Casper crew. That we could have shorted this morning, right? This one right here. This short was the short to take today, right? This was the short to take today. The exact high was given, and who knows? Like, we just lost our target, but... Yeah, sometimes, guys, it does work to take a short from support, but oftentimes it does not. Most time it does not. Shout out to everyone in chat. Shout out to Memberman. 19.25 would work for him. Yeah, let's see what happens here, guys. You know, I'm also... you know, I also did take that scalp this morning as well. So I'm only right now in short trades. I'm in no long trades on Bitcoin. So we do have some levels, guys. I mean, to the downside, we do have some levels to be aware of right now. But money flow on the 1 hour, honestly, is looking pretty dang bearish. Money flow on the 1 hour is looking pretty dang bearish. But we've got some like naked points of control. We have like a whole zone of support right in here. I'm not honestly too stoked on it, to be honest with you, because look at the 1 hour right now. Look at the money flow is getting much lower. Eventually, we're going to have to bounce. We can't keep coming down forever. We're going to have to bounce or range or consolidate here. But, you know, one thing that we do have to be aware of right now is the fact that we are in this old range from back in the January, right? We are back in this old range from January right here. And so we can expect that these levels will be respected to a certain degree. So look at this. If we pull the volume from here, we've got our high volume node. We've got our range high. Let me make these lines white. Range high, range low, high volume node, right? So this high volume node is our next zone of support right here, because once we're back inside of an old range, we can expect a move back down to around this area here, right? Man, this is a pretty significant drop to the downside, guys. Pretty dang significant drop to the downside right here. Bounce to 3K. We may go to 3K. All right. No lagged, says Valeria. I guess you're a little lagged because that was a long time ago that we were looking at the lag. Yeah. So this white line 200902. That's like let's say yeah 20. Right around 21K. I mean is right around where we're at. I mean we could be finding some kind of a support right here as we come down to this this naked point of control. So I am getting bearish here, guys, and in the sense that, not that I'm saying that we're going to keep dumping forever, but in the sense that I believe the high has been put in. Now, I believe that the high has been put in. Now that we've taken out this low, I think it is safe to say that the high has been put in, at least for a period of time, and then I will look to come back down to the range, right? I will be looking to come back down to the low of this range. And so right now, the next major zone of support for me, 19,600 to 19,500, just under 20K. And then, of course, we have the Fibonacci golden pocket retracement from the low to the high. That's going to be around 19.2. The 786 is also going to be a big zone down here. 17.5. And then, of course, these lows. Right? These lows. Now, the one thing we do have to keep in mind, y'all, about this dump, right, is the fact that, well, if there's two ways to look at it, right? As a trader, it doesn't really matter because we can long and short. Did we just hit that? No, we didn't hit it. As a trader, we can long and short and make money in these markets either way. As a long-term hodler, then in that case, I look at this as opportunity. I look at this as opportunity. And I know not everyone agrees with that view, that this is opportunity, but when we take a look at the market cycles, and I know some people were already talking about this at the beginning of the stream, but we can just look at the pattern that happens here, where basically we have a Did you go somewhere? Where'd you go? Oh, cool. Didn't even know. Shout out to Big Butts 28. When we look at the historic cycle, whenever we're around 1 year to the halving, right, we always get this kind of relief rally and dump, and this kind of range here, right around the Fibonacci 786, 886 fibs. That's exactly where we're at right now. So I honestly look at this as an opportunity for me to load up my hodl bags, and we might not even come down that low from here, right? That's another thing. We really might not even come down that low from here. Who knows, right? Who knows? But I am much more bearish now than I was before. All right, let's pop into the chat. Guys, make sure to like the stream. We got 1,700 people in here. Let's get 1,700 likes. That would be absolutely crazy for 1,700 likes. Shout out to Crypto Fart, who respects the big butts. Could be making a giant head and shoulders. Yes, yes, yes. So that's the thing. When I say bearish, that means I am looking to short the rises now. So because we've made a lower low on the daily, wherever we come up to now, this is going to be where I add to the short trade. Right? I'm going to add back to my short trade wherever now we are looking to get this retest, right? That's kind of how I'm looking at this right now. I would add to the short trade, and my targets are definitely much lower now than they were at the beginning of this stream even. Shout out to Crypto Cowpoke, who says, I don't know what you're saying, bro. You can't be spamming the chat like that, bro. 6K Bitcoin is coming, says somebody in the chat. Shout out to Memory Man. Memory Man, God bless you, bro. Thank you so much for being here. J-Boy Bullish. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish, and shout out to Jerome Powell. Shout out to Sammy Ben Sadak. Any reversal hints on EXO on a low time frame? Let's check it out. Let's check out EXO on a low time frame and see what's going on here. Let's check it out. That's a good call, Sammy. That is a good call. I mean, we are seeing an increase of open interest here, and yes, actually, we are seeing a bullish divergence. Actually, we actually are seeing a bullish divergence very locally right here. We're seeing a local bullish divergence. From this low to this low, you know, we've put in a higher low, and we've also yeah, higher low, and we got some shorts down here. So there is a local bullish divergence here. One thing I would say is, like, we're not at a specific level of support, right? So any kind of reversal here, I mean, yeah, you could, like, it depends on what style you are of a trader, but if you long here and put your stop loss below this low right here, I mean, that's a low risk, right? That is low risk. But I don't know. We're in a zone of support somewhere, but we never actually came to an exact level, you know, which I think is important to note, because it is always kind of a good idea to be looking at, in my opinion, some kind of level. You need some kind of basis for your entry, at least the way I do it, right? I need some kind of basis for my entry. Yeah, so we didn't quite tap this level down here. And the 1 hour looks pretty dang bearish in my opinion. You know, just looking at one little bullish divergence on a TR chart is not no reason, in my opinion, to get into a long during this kind of dump. But hey, I could be wrong, because here's the thing: we can't go down forever. We cannot go down forever, and we are seeing shorts being absorbed. So this whole channel is not financial advice. In fact, let me remind you that this channel is not financial advice. Because this person here says, I'm never taking advice from some dude who is shirtless and has 16-year-old girl vibes in the thumbnail, unsubbed. Yeah, this is definitely not an advice channel, guys. This is definitely not an advice channel in any way, shape, or form here, so. Shout out to Vincent Ingracia. He says, Jason, what's your opinion on ETH right now? Still holding Still holding. Let's check out ETH, actually. Wow, I didn't even know ETH was still holding. Let's check that out. Right. ETH. Let's check out ETH. So ETH, we know we have some nice levels for. This is Bitcoin. Let's put on our ETH chart right here. Very interesting. ETH is still holding the range, and ETH is still at key support right now. ETH is at key support right now. And yeah, ETH has not taken the low. This is very interesting, reminiscent to what we saw during the FTX dump, right? ETH never lost the range to the downside. So yeah, this is very, very, very interesting. Interesting. Now, I would say that it doesn't look very bullish on the 4-hour time frame, right? ETH definitely does not look very bullish on the 4-hour time frame. Let's put on our price line here. Okay, so we are kind of holding support. We did get a little bounce off. No, actually, we didn't bounce. I'm sorry. We're not really holding support. We're below both of these high time frame levels of support right now. And we're not seeing any kind of bounce. We're not seeing any kind of reaction at them. And look at these floppy butt cheeks on the 4-hour. It's really looking kind of bad. Money flow and momentum getting much lower here. So, yeah. It's interesting that we're holding the range, but I would say for ETH, if we lose this low right here from February 13th at 1460, then ETH is definitely probably going to be coming back down to the key zone of support, which we do have in this green box right down here around 1263, right? And that's actually looking pretty dang juicy for ETH at 1263. I'd say if Bitcoin comes down to 19,200, ETH will come down to 1263, or maybe I mean Bitcoin coming down to all right, are we back? Are we back? Wow. Oh my goodness, guys. Oh, wow, we're back. Oh, man. Shout out to my man Bill Gates for getting the internet back on for me. Sheesh, that's crazy. That is crazy, guys. Wow. Yeah, so ETH is losing support here. Bitcoin. Okay, so now Bitcoin hit that naked daily point of control. Would you look at that? Bitcoin hit the level. Would you look at that? Okay, now Bitcoin hit that naked to the dang dollar. Can you believe that? Right? Look at that level being respected like that to the dang dollar. Yeah, this is the kind of thing we need to wait for, right? We need to wait for levels to be hit to the dang dollar like that. That's the kind of thing that we need to wait for. Let's see what happened as we hit that level, right? First of all, slight uneven butt cheek, you know, on the 1 minute. Let's check out the 12 minute. Very, very bearish looking butt cheeks on the 12 minute. Let's check out the order flow. Got a little lag on the OF. When I say OF, I mean order flow. I guess it's my internet flopping and groping here. Look at that. Yeah, to the exact dollar, guys, with that naked point of control. That is pretty crazy right there. That actually is pretty dang crazy right there. That's why it is important to wait for a level if we're looking for any kind of divergence. All right, let's see what happens here. I'd be actually kind of curious to see what happens when we come down to the old GP. I'm literally just curious to watch, right? That's what it is. I'm curious to watch because I'd be curious to see after a level being respected to the dollar like this, what is going to happen when we come down to retest that? Is it going to give us some kind of a bounce or is it not? All right, let's kind of wait and see how this plays out here. Shout out to everybody in the chat, guys. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to click the bell for notifications because we are bringing you the juiciest updates with the laggiest internet in the world. You definitely don't want to miss this one. All right, so look at that. 786 giving us a little bounce-a-roni. Look at that, guys. 786. NDPOC. 786 right there, man. That is legit. That is kind of legit, in my opinion. Yeah, we came down for a retest right on that 786. We didn't really see any kind of bullish divergence here, unfortunately. But it is really cool to see how the levels are being respected here, guys. It is actually really cool just to watch the price action play out. Look at how it's respected. I mean, we respected these things to the absolute dollar here. To the absolute dollar. We respected this naked point of control. We respected the 786. This is pretty cool right here. This is pretty cool. All right, let's see if we can get 1,700 likes. We got 1,700 people in the house. Let's see if we can't get 1,700 likes. If you guys get any kind of value from the stream, smash up the like button, guys. 1,700. That is absolutely crazy right now. That is absolutely crazy. What do I have for the next lower time frame high? Let's pop into the chat real quick here. Bilal says it's hardly dumped. The DXY is going down. All right, if DXY is going down, let's see. Yeah, then this is actually a nice zone of support right here. This naked point of control. DXY is going down. Let's check out the ES right now. Did the ES hit the value area low of that range? Yes, we did. Would you look at that? We are down at the value area low of that range right here. Very interesting. Very interesting. See, we were saying earlier on stream that we would be looking for this level as Bitcoin hits a level. They hit at the same time. You will notice that happens so often where Bitcoin and ES, they hit a level together, and that gives you an added confluence. It's very, very interesting. The two are correlated together so well. There is no support, says somebody. There's no support. Matic looks good and hasn't broken structure, says Ibrahim. Interesting. Matic is looking good, hasn't broke structure. That is super interesting. Uh-oh. The pump song. The pump song is coming on. Wow, the pump song, guys. Let's see if it doesn't do its job here. Actually, you know what, guys? We can't sing the pump song today. It's not a good day for the pump song. Well, actually, we should take a poll in the chat. What do you guys think? Should we actually sing the pump song right now, or should we not? Right? Because what do you guys think? Let's take a poll in the chat right now. Pump song or no pump? Pump or no pump? Right? Let's see. Pump or no pump? All right, we're gonna take a poll. All right. Pump song. And you know, now we kind of have to see what's going to happen here, because I don't know if it's an appropriate time to sing the pump song after a dump like this, you know. After a dump like this, I don't know if it's appropriate to sing the pump song. So we're gonna be taking a poll in the chat right now to see what exactly is going to happen. Because if we don't pump and we sing the pump song, well, what does that do to the pump song? It makes it look bad, right? We can't be making the pump song look bad, guys. We cannot be making the pump song look bad right now, if you know what I'm saying. Shout out to everybody who has liked the stream, by the way. You guys are the best. God bless you all. Thank you so much. All right, it's literally a 50-50 shot. Actually, more people say no. All right, so we're not going to sing the pump song, guys. We're not going to sing the pump song. We're just going to chill in our no copyright synthwave journey music. Man, it is a good thing we did not sing the pump song now, right? It's a good thing. Look at that. Whew. Thank you, chat, for saving my butt with the... Thank you, chat, for really protecting me from making the pump song look bad right there. Yeah, that would have been real bad. All right, well, now we can be back to our dumping. All right, we can come back to our Bitcoin dump here. And let's see, honestly, it would be so crazy. I mean, how crazy would it be if we actually legitimately hit some of these crazy low targets right now? I mean, how crazy would that be if we just come all the way to... Oh, my goodness, that would be so insane. We've seen it happen before on stream, guys. We've seen it happen before on stream. Right? Where we have gotten some crazy dumpages. Let's shoot for 19,630. I wonder if we can hit 19,630 on this stream, guys. I wonder if we cannot, huh? That would be so crazy. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Right? We'll have to wait and see. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. God bless you all. And shout out to everybody who liked it, by the way. Let's see if we can get some likes in here. Shout out to Cybercat. Kids are going to take the price of Bitcoin to 15K. Are we going to pump? No, we're going to dump. Yeah, I don't know. We need a dump song. Shout out to Dazed Trader who's short. I am also in a short trade. We're about to break 29.50. Yeah, I'm not really feeling the pump song either, okay? You know, I'm not feeling the pump song. Yeah, so we have no range to trade right now. You know, that's the thing. In situations like this, we really need to wait for some kind of a local range. And I wouldn't consider that we have I mean, potentially we have a high right here. You know, and potentially we have a low right here. But I'm not really feeling it, right? This could potentially be a low and a high, right? This could potentially be a little range that's forming right here. So and I'm gonna make a video about this later, but whenever Bitcoin's getting a big move like this, what we want to do is what I like to do is I like to sit on my hands and wait for some kind of clearly defined range to form, right? So right now we could say this is a clearly defined high, this is a clearly defined low, right? And so we could basically look to say, all right, well, if we come up to these highs again, and if we put in a higher high here, then we could say, all right, we could look to a local golden pocket. Or if I mean, this is a 1 minute range. I don't really like it. I like to come down to a clear level of support first. But this can now start to give us the context for how we could approach the charts, right? How we could approach these charts. So you could say we have a low right here and a high right here, but we don't know yet, right? We don't know if the low isn't yet. We kind of have to wait for things to settle down. Kind of like what happened yesterday after we got the dump yesterday, right? We had to wait for things to settle down, and then we started to form this range right here, right? It's a lot longer than just a few minutes, right? I'm actually going to be releasing a video tonight about how I traded this range, how I was actually able to take 2 longs and a short in this range. I took a long from here, took a long from here, a short from here, and I actually also took a long from here. I took a long from here, I took a long from here, a long from here, and a short from here in this range because we had a clearly defined range, and that's what we really need to wait for, because the trades will come if we're patient, right? How are we able to take these trades? Well, from the low to the high, right? The first low to the first high, we come down and literally we bounce from the Fibonacci golden pocket. And the second long trade was from taking out the low with a fake out to the downside right here. Then the third long trade was from the Fibonacci golden pocket from the low to the high. We come down and bounce from there. And then this short trade from this morning was actually from just taking out this high right here. And this was the short trade that I gave this morning in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, because it was just the next major level of what the heck is this? No, I don't want that. It was the next major level of resistance that we had, right? We were looking to take out the high and reject from there with some bearish divs, right? So we need to wait for the same thing to happen now before we can, like, in my opinion, before there's another like real trade to take. That's just the way I like to approach, right? Even if we start pumping right now, I don't really care, because I will wait for that range to kind of form. Right? Man, this is not looking too bullish. Looks like we're putting in another low. Man. Sheesh. Can you guys believe this? This is crazy. Crazy. This is crazy. This is absolutely insane. I mean, there's nothing to do except just wait it out. The daily volume is kind of low for that big dump. The SPX is dumping. Why are we dumping right now? What's going on right now, Mike? Well, Mike, I'll tell you exactly why we're dumping right now, right? In order to know why we're dumping right now, we have to go back to what happened over here, right? I mean, here's the thing. In hindsight now, it's clear to see, right? We came up to a clear zone of resistance. We know it was resistance because it was the top of a macro range. This blue line is the top of a value area high. We came up to the top of a very large range that we've been trading since May. We did a liquidity grab, and now we are making our way back down to the middle point of the range, man. And we did so with bearish divergences on very high time frames, and sometimes they do take a while to play out. They take a while to play out, but when they play out nicely. So, you know, shout out to everybody in the Casper Crew VIP Discord taking these trades, man, because honestly, and I'm not trying to toot the horn here, but we did give every major pivot for Bitcoin from the low. I mean, we gave the long setup from right down here at 15,550. We gave the long from 16,300. We gave the short from 24K. We gave the long from 21.4, and we gave the short from right here. All those trades given in advance. And it's just because it's nothing special. It's just because technical analysis, we know where to be looking and we know what confirmations to be looking at. I mean, in the example of this short right here, we saw money flow getting lower, momentum waves getting lower, and did I know it was going to lead to this? Of course I did not know. Of course I did not know, right? We also do need to be aware of a liquidity grab right down here as well. Of course I didn't know it was going to lead to this, guys. But, uh-oh, hang on. What is going on? No, I don't want to talk to you. Get off my phone. But that's why I'm a big proponent of TP1 stop loss to entry, right? That's why I'm such a big proponent of TP1 stop loss to entry. All right, so we really do need to be aware, guys, of a potential liquidity grab of these lows here. I mean, these would be the next areas where we could get a significant bounceroni. But I mean, I don't know if we dump down like that. That would be absolutely insane, man. And then of course we've got the 19,500 zone. This is absolutely insane, man. I have not seen anything like this in a million years since Bitcoin first was invented back a million years ago. This is absolutely wild. This is wild, man. This is one of those dumps, like, I haven't felt this feeling since FTX went down, right? I remember that day. I remember that day. Alright, we need to set some alerts at some of these levels here just to be alerted. Looks like we're starting to get a move to the upside a little bit here. Let's pop on our real chart, see what's happening. Okay, so we're bouncing right now from the 886 Fibonacci level. We're bouncing from the 886 Fib. Let's put on our chart here. We're bouncing from the 886 Fibonacci level. I know this is sloppy, guys, but look, I have to do it because this is the chart I use to trade. So we're getting a bounce right now because we came down and we bounced from the 886 Fibonacci level right here. Right? That is why we got this little bounce to the upside on the 1 minute time frame. And the next major zone that we have is going to be 2750. Shout out to Adam Bernard. He says, thanks, Jay, because of the Discord, my ability to want to learn. Sorry, I gotta get to here. He says, my ability to want to learn. I'm in the short. Oh, awesome. So Adam's in the short because of the Casper Crew Discord. That's legit, bro. It's always good to hear when people find the content valuable and that it helps them. Congrats, bro. Good work. It's Silvergate's fault, says somebody. No more dump. No more dump, says the AI. Maybe. We might dump more. I don't know. Let's see what's happening on the order flow chart, guys. Let's see what's happening on the order flow chart as we bounce from this key level, the 886 Fibonacci level. Of course, it's a little bit laggy here. Whoa. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, wow. Man. We have shorts opening up, guys. I mean, here's one thing I will say. This is a very, very powerful kind of move in the sense that the whole way down, look at all the shorts that have been opening up on this way down here. That is pretty intense. I mean, we had a whole bunch of longs get liquidated, but this whole way we've just had shorts opening up the entire time. Shorts opening up the entire time here. That is crazy. We can see it as well on coinalyze.net that we have CVD getting lower, open interest getting higher. This is wild, man. This is wild. Absolutely wild. Alright, so what do we need to do right now? Yes, I know what we need to do. We need to put some alerts on our chart. Last hope for Bitcoin. It is gone. Alright, we need to put an alert right here. Alright, we want an alert as we come down to this potential level here. And what else do we want? We want an alert as we come down to the CME gap that we have as well. So let's put on our CME gap. All right. There we go. And so we want to set an alert right before we get down to there as well. Let's turn this off. We do have a zone of liquidity right here, where we very well may get a CDW. I mean, if we get one big capitulation down to here, we might bounce from here. I don't know. I really don't know. Let's check out how market Cipher is looking, because we would only want to take that if we are getting a nice looking div. And definitely the daily looks horrible. The 1 hour, still potential bull div on the hour, but money flow looks very weak. 24 minute, nah. Actually 24 minute looks like a CDW from there would be possible. It does look like it would be possible from down there. We are starting to get a move up from that 886 though. Yeah, look at that. 886 giving us a little bounce-a-roni right there. Interesting, interesting. Man, the 886 fib for the win, guys. 886 for the win. Let's check out this. Interesting. Now, just put in a little higher high locally, right? Yeah, guys, like the video. We got 2,000 people in here, only 1,100 likes. Let's see if we can't get everyone to like the video right now. And just so everyone knows, I didn't FOMO into a short. This is not a FOMO short right here that you see. This is definitely not a FOMO short. This is the short from this morning that I've been adding to all day and just kind of taking profit along the way out. I've been adding to it since the top, right? This is the short from this morning that I took from right here. So, I don't want people to get the wrong idea about me. How do you get these levels so precise? It's just technical analysis, my friend. Technical analysis. If you want to learn more, check out the course. There's a 20% discount at jasoncaspertrading.com. Also, if you join the community, we give these levels every single day, right? We give these levels every single day. The short for this morning, we gave the level. The short from 25, this short gave the level in the Discord, right? It's just technical analysis, man. And anyone can learn it, but we're looking for very specific things on the chart. Zones of confluence, right? Zones of confluence on the chart. Shout out to Dread Mining. He says, not longing ever again. Now we can play the pump song, right? Yes, we do teach about naked points of control. The way you can find naked points of control is you can find them in TradingView. You can find them in TradingView. So here's what you got to do. Here's what you got to do. Go to TradingView, go to indicators, and go ahead and turn on the session volume profile. Session volume profile. Right? This will give you naked daily points of control. Right? So this is today's volume profile. This is yesterday, right? Yesterday's volume profile. So we have a naked daily point of control right here. Right? We have another naked daily point of control right up here. Naked daily points of control are basically anywhere that the daily candle gives you a point of control and price never comes back to touch it. So unless before the daily close we come all the way back up here, this is going to be a naked point of control, right? This is going to be a naked point of control. If the daily candle closes below this area, never comes back to touch it. No, I'm sorry, that's wrong. If tomorrow's daily candle never touches this, right? Today's daily candle could touch it, and it would still be the point of control for the day. As long as tomorrow's candle doesn't come back to touch it, it will be naked. Right? That's what a naked point of control is. So check that out, guys. Shout out to everybody who has liked the stream. I really appreciate it. May God bless you all. It's been a crazy one today, guys. It really has been a crazy stream today. Alright, so as we can see, the Bitcoin is in fact getting a little bounce from here. This is what I would consider to be a nice looking bounce. I like this so far. I like this bounce so far. So what we can do right now is we can say this could be a significant bottom from which we can look for a range to start forming, right? So the way I would approach this right now is I would just mark out the low. Whoops. Oh, we do have headlines for Bitcoin. Silvergate shuts down. Okay, yeah, I guess that's this whole thing. Some Silvergate dump. It's funny because, you know, I don't even pay attention to that, right? Just trade the charts. I mean, I knew that they announced their liquidation. I didn't know it was officially shut down now. Yeah, so this could be a significant low, and right now I would say I like this as a significant high. Let's see if this actually starts to form some kind of a range locally here, right? Let's see. Let's see, right? It's kind of hard to say right now. And what else we could do is, I mean, we could look for a fib. I honestly, I wouldn't be looking for a fib here because we haven't really come down. Well, yeah, I guess we have come down. We come down to the 886 fib, right? We come down to the 886 fib. We're starting to get a bounce from the 886 fib. This could actually be a nice bottom right here. I like what I'm seeing. 3 green candles in a row. So this, I think, could be the start of some kind of range, right? So what we could do is, let's say we put in a higher high here, then we could start to pull the fib and maybe look for an entry, right? If we do something like this, we could look for an entry, or we could just wait for like a range to form and then we could take the low. There's so many things that could happen. I'm going to be uploading a video tonight about how to look for trades after a move like this. After we get a move like this, I have a strategy that I use to take trades, and I'm going to be uploading a video about that later tonight. So make sure to subscribe to the channel, guys. Make sure to check it out. We're trying to get 100,000 subs by the end of the year. I think we can do it. What do I think of Tino's 9K? I don't know. You know, I don't know. Did we bounce from the value area high of that support level? I don't think we bounced from the value area high, but I think that we definitely did get a little bounce. I think from that range. Right, that range, was it the value area low? Check it out. No, it wasn't even the value area low. Interesting. It was just the 886 fib, y'all. It was just the 886 fib coming in. Binance is too big and clever to go down. Wait, CZ? What are we talking about? CZ announced what? Hello? Guess who's this? Who is this? Are you selling Viagra or Cialis?
Yes.
Do you have anything that could give me a nice little pump right now? I said, do you have anything that could give me a nice little pump? I'm feeling a little flaccid here. You know, I need something to give me a nice big blue candle. You got something that can help me with that? Ah, okay. Shout out to Chris Treat with the super chat. Chris Treat with the super chat. Just wanted to say thank you, bro. Been watching consistently nearly every day. I learned so much. I'll be joining your Patreon group as well. Much love to you, Chris, man. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless you. Well, it looks like they were not able to give us a deal on the blue candles here, guys. So we are getting that little bounce from the 886 fib. I'm contemplating closing out this short all the way. Not because I don't think we're coming down more, but just because, well, it's only a day trade, and if we get a retracement, I've added to it, so I have a crappy entry. And also because I'm still short from the setup from the exact top. So there's no need to hodl a day trade, scalp trade, gone Silvergate. You know what I'm saying? What do you guys think? Should I close it? Should I close it? Oh man. I guess yeah. The guy he's trying to sell me big blue candles. You know. Do you guys get those? Do you guys ever get those telemarketers? I always get telemarketers trying to sell me Viagra and Cialis. I don't know why. Like, what the heck, man? I've never experimented with such kinds of recreational drugs before. All right, people say close it. Let's take a poll here. Let's take a poll. Should I close the short? Let's see what you guys say in here. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. You guys are the best. God bless you all. Higher time frame bear divs confirmed before the FTX dump and this. Yes, that's so true. You're right. Karmatology, great point, man. He's saying that the higher time frame bear divs did play out before the FTX dump. I mean, they printed before the FTX dump and then played out when FTX dumped. Same with this, right? We got those bear divs and then we get this news. That's why I believe the charts is kind of like divination, man. It can see into the future. It can tell you something's going to happen. It can't tell you what, though. But we always see the news kind of conflate with the real-life events and stuff. Love you. Where are you going? Oh, you're going to prune the apple trees. Shout out to Big Butts 28. She's going to prune the apple trees. All right. All right, it's a 50-50 shot right now. More people say yes than no. Why would I close it? The market is dumping. You already locked in profits. I don't know. I don't know. Just because I'm about to be done trading for the day, and I kind of just want to be. I don't know. I don't know. I guess you're right. I guess you're right. All right. If we put in another higher high, I'm gonna close it. All right. Put in another higher high. I'll close it. How about that? How about that? Bull div on the 3-minute. Close half and reopen with the profit. I've already closed a lot. I've been adding to the trade the whole way down and taking profits out, chunks of profits, man. I've been getting a little kind of greedy with it too, to be honest with you. So if we put in another higher high, I'll close it. If we come above 29.88 on the USDT pair, I will close it. $33%. We got the old 33 going, huh? Well, it's not. Is it respect? What range are you talking about it respecting here? So if we take out this high, I will close the short, right? If we take out this high, I will close the short. And if not, I will keep it open. I will keep it open. Looks like we might not put in a higher high here, guys. Wow. Wow. Can you even believe this? Can you even believe this, guys? It's crazy. There's a Fed meeting going on right now. Fed meeting going on right now. Interesting. Who do I consider my God? Jesus. Jesus is that my God? That's a good question. Yeah, when you say God bless you, it's very ambiguous. Could be anything, right? Could be a shoe, a light bulb, computer screen. Could be anything. Yeah. All right, so this guy's long. Remix production. A lot of people longing right here. Okay, let's check out an order flow chart. Right. Let's see. Is there any kind of bullish div here? A lot of people are longing right here. Let's check out the 1 minute. I mean, I guess it's a double bottom, so people long in a double bottom. That makes sense, I guess. That does make sense. I can understand why you would long a double bottom. Clear invalidation below the low. Right? Stop loss below the low. I get it. I get it. I do get it, guys. Shout out to everybody who's liked the stream. I really appreciate you all. Shout out to everyone who's subscribed to the channel. We are trying to get 100,000 subs by the end of the year. I think we can do it, guys. But anyway, I am going to have to head out because I have a few things to do. But God bless you all. Thank you so much for being here. May the Lord bless you all. May He protect you. May He shine light upon you. May He have grace upon you. And may the Lord turn His face towards you guys and give you peace. In Jesus' name. Man, wait for the range to form, guys, and then take some trades. Be looking out for my video tonight because it's going to explain exactly how I approach trading after a move like this. That being said, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.